Hello friends, I'm Sharon and you're watching Laurels TV. Today I'm going to be interviewing Kavita Dwivedi, a noted Odissi dancer. Ma'am, welcome to Laurels TV.
Namaskar.
Okay. So ma'am, please tell us about your journey with Odissi.
I'm very fortunate to learn Odissi dance from my father and my Guru Hari Krishna Beheraji. And I started at the age of 8 and still learning because as I feel that learning is an unending process. And my father who taught me this dance form, and I've been fascinated with this art form right from my childhood. And 2-3 things which really gave me this opportunity. That first, Odissi dance is from Odisha and I belong to Odisha. Then second thing is that father being my guru, my teacher. Third thing is that Odissi is one of the most graceful and lyrical dance form, and it's full with spiritualism also, and aesthetic beauty is very much there with the sculptures and the music. So all in totality I will say it's a very divine dance form for me.
Okay. So, ma'am, Odissi has originated from mandirs and now it has come to public attention worldwide. So, ma'am, how was this journey and how will Odissi become in 10-20 days according to you? Some years, years, how will it become?
Well, that's a very good question because definitely it has come from the temple, and with Lord Jagannath Ji's worshipping by the Devadasis, by the female dancers who are known as Maharis also, and they were there to offer the prayer in the form of dance and singing. But when the political invasion took place in Odisha, for some time the dance was stopped by these Devadasis, and dance was like a part and parcel or as a ritual of the temple. But when this political invasion took place, it stopped. Another form of dancers came up called Gotipo dancers, who were the boy dancers, and they were made as girls, and they were made to dance outside the temple because Devadasis, they used to dance inside the temple, and these Gotipo dancers, they started to perform outside the temple and in social functions and religious functions they were performing. So today what you see, Odissi is amalgamation of these two dance traditions. That is, from Devadasi system or tradition we have inherited the Bhakti Bhav, and from the Gotipo tradition we have taken the technical aspect, and thus making Odissi as one of the most powerful and graceful. It has both the Tandava and Lasya. It has more vibrant and more graceful also, but mostly on the gracefulness side. And today, of course, it is one of the most sought after dance form amongst all the 8 classical dance forms. But yes, I see Odissi to be more and more popular nowadays. Young students are coming and taking that initiative to learn, and I tell you that Odissi is one of the most difficult dance form to learn. It takes time because of its stances, this Chauka or Tribhanga and then Vakhya Chalan. These 3 things, it takes a lot of, almost like 3 years to form the base of the dance form. That is why Odissi requires much more patience, and you have to have the passion, because it doesn't happen overnight. And once you get the right postures or right positions, the whole I will see the treatment of yourself towards this dance changes from inside and from outside. So I see it is in the 20 years definitely I can say that more and more of Odissi dancers, and maybe perhaps after 20 years I will see you.
I hope you do. So ma'am, you mentioned your father was your guru. So ma'am, how was he? Was he strict? Was he tender? Or was he a mixture of both?
I think you have said all. What he was. I lost, of course, my father 2 years back, but I still remember his valuable contribution because definitely he was a strict person for the dance teachings, because his methods are very much intense and very hard. And you have to have, as I said, have the patience to learn. And he's a very perfectionist. He was a very perfectionist, and he will not leave you till you are perfect in whatever you do. Even if it is a 1 minute learning, he will leave you only he sees that yes, now this is perfect, the accuracy is there, or there is a gracefulness in the dance form. All these things he sees it, and then only he leaves. And very methodological. I mean, very. He teaches systematically. He doesn't have this feel that acha ek item, or okay, let me teach the item. He never does that. He always gives importance to the base, to the basics, because these are like our foundations. No, like when you construct a building, you have to have a good quality of bricks, cement, water. Everything has to be a good qualitative work, no, for having a strong building. So same, he also believed in that you learn less, but it should be with perfection. So I'm very fortunate to learn under that methodology, which I now train to my young students. And I always tell them that look, Odissi it takes time. So you have to give me the time, you have to give me the 100%, and then only I will give you 1000%. So it is like a bonding when you learn from a teacher. And for me, definitely my father, as you said, when he used to teach me, he was really a great guru for me. And at that time I used to forget that he's my father. And he used to forget that I'm his daughter. So I've got the maximum number of scoldings. As I said, that he's a very perfectionist. And after I do my performance, I still remember, he never used to react. Never used to say anything. But you have to look into his eyes. And then you understand, अच्छा, आज performance ठीक था, और अगर अच्छा था तो then maybe little smile on his face, because why he used to, and now I am understanding after so many years, I am understanding why he used to do this, that always he used to tell me that you can do much better, and if he would have said बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा, then maybe I would have said I know everything. So that urge of learning and relearning it really makes you a strong and a very perfectionist in the long run. So always you should have that. No shortcuts in dance learning.
So ma'am, what message would you like to give to the children who are inspired to be Odissi dancers in the future?
What should I give you?
Let's see, inspiration.
Yeah. Yes, of course inspiration has to be there. And see, there is two things, that what a performer is doing and how much the spectator is taking, no? And देने के लिए तो बहुत कुछ है, but लेने वाला कितना लेता है, how much one receives, how much one takes it. So I will say that you as young budding dancers, whether you learn Odissi or Kathak or Bharatanatyam or any of the dance forms, just be totally 100% in it. Just don't learn and then leave it, or then again come back, or you just take it like theek hai, this is dance, okay. Because for me, I will say that dance is just not learning the dance form. It is a complete journey of life where you need the discipline. Because I always say that what dance has given to me, there's 5 Ds, and that is first thing we learn through dance is discipline, where you make yourself more disciplined, that yes, this is my time, this is what I have to do, this is what I not have to do. So discipline you learn from that. The second thing is that you learn devotion, that how you can keep the bhakti or the respect towards each other. Then is discipline, devotion, dedication, that how much you give yourself, how much you are dedicated into it. ये नहीं कि अच्छा okay I'm dancing and I'm thinking अच्छा वहाँ पर ना वो वाला बुक रखा है और अच्छा वो वाला होमवर्क करना है. So this thing should not be there. You should be completely into it while learning. That focus should be there. So you should be dedicated to whatever you do, whether you cook or you read or you play. Your mind should be there, because dance is a combination of mind, body and soul. You cannot just dissociate yourself and then dance it. So dedication has to be there. Fourth thing that I have learned is determination. That yes, I will do it. That how this determination makes you that maybe today you may not be achieving something, but you should not give up your hope. It may take hard time, long time, hardships will be there. It's not that easy to get all these art forms or any other profession you talk about. You have to have the patience and your willpower that yes, I can do it and I will do it. And this is what dance teaches you. All these 4 Ds takes you to the 5th D, that is the divinity. And that is where it's a complete divine feel, or it is complete surrenderness, and that gives you complete bliss from inside. So I feel that these 5 Ds is very important when you learn dance. So I will say to the young students who want to take up this dance, maybe as a career, or even if you are learning it, do it with that passion. The passion has to be there, and that will teach you all these 5 Ds along with your patience, which will help you in your life. So may not become a dancer, but at least become a good human being.
Thank you so much for coming here at Laurels TV, ma'am. Hope you come again, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Lovely talking with you.
Same here, ma'am.